Hi everybody, thank you for watching my video. This is Earl Simmons, and he was known as a rapper that goes by the name of DMX. And I got this book, there it is, called Earl. I read this book before. I didn't I was trying to see if I had, I guess, I don't know any other books. I probably had to go look around in other bookstores for it. But this one I can recall reading because I wasn't for sure and I bought it. It's the autobiography of DMX as told to Smokey D. Fontaine. And yeah, the book is about abuse and his mother showed favoritism towards his sister, and he was mistreated because he looked like his dad. He was verbally and physically abused. His mother used to beat him, and her boyfriends used to beat him and his sisters. And he told her about a time that this guy had was coming over, but this time he stayed over for a whole weekend. And he said him and the man watched the movie, and he thought the man was cool, and he had seen him somewhere, and he spoke to him, and he said the man turned his back on him, and he couldn't believe it because they had just watched the movie. Yeah. And his mother would tell the men, stuff that him and his sister that they had done wrong, like she felt like was bad. So those men would allocate whoopings to them. And he said that one time he poured some wax on this man, and the man got up and started whooping him and his sister, but the man hit his sister wrong, and his mother didn't like it. So, he was always told by his mother that he wasn't going to be shit, and he was just like his father. Yeah. And he also, I'm going to just tell one more thing that happened to him. He said when he was little, he found a shiny dime. So he wasn't supposed to be outside. When he found this dime, he went to the store and bought two things, and then got hit by a drunk driver. And he was told to lay there, and he went to the hospital. And then a while later, a man showed up with a settlement check to give his mother for the accident that he was in, but his mother declined and to take it, and told the men that they were Jehovah Witnesses, and Jehovah Witnesses are self-sufficient. And he said that money would have helped him. Yeah, he remembered times when he was going to the store when his mom got money from from a man or men, and he would go to the store and get the same thing, cereal, eggs, bread. And he said he couldn't and didn't get cereal with sugar in it, and he wished he could have. And they didn't keep sugar at all. So yeah, and then also his mother was pregnant and lost two babies, and they were boys, so he was the only boy, and his mother always told him he was the man of the house. And his mother was 19 and his dad was 18 when he was born. Yeah, so this was kind of like gonna be hard for me to read it, but I'm gonna push myself through it. I noticed that I said, oh yeah, I read this book before. Also, I read Sapphire book. Uh, she's a writer, and that book was about Precious, which was made into a movie. But when I first read it, the movie wasn't out at all, and I gave the book to my mom, and I said it should be a movie. And it was hard for me to get through that book. And when I saw the movie, it was hard for me to get through that movie. I kept turning it on and off, and I was crying. Yeah, just like on DMX, it's about abuse and a mother that didn't care about him at all, and she favored his sister. So he did squash it with his mom, before he passed away. And the story was that he had an addiction, but he had stopped drinking and whatever else he was doing. But when he went into a coma, it was due to him having a relapse, that he was on something that he had long ago stopped. And I don't know if the story is even true about him relapsing and getting back on what he was on, used to be. But he was a Jehovah Witness. I don't know if he was still a Jehovah Witness, but he believed in God, and he also said that he did like the religion of the Jehovah Witnesses, and they used to go to conferences, him and his sister, when they was little. So check the book out. I think it's pretty good. But a lot of our stuff don't just only uh, stem from white people. It stems from slavery and way on down from the abuses that our people as a culture got, from most likely other people and family, but mostly I think it stems from family too. They carry it, and you know, it's taboo not to get uh, counseling. Because I remember my mom saying when I was little, about cutting up in school, they mark down everything in life about you, what you wearing and everything. So they don't want to be labeled as being crazy, as they call it. If you do anything out the way, they call you crazy, your family, you know, because they don't understand it. That's what they call it. But they label it when they had to jot it down in writing as another mental issue. You know how they define it. And it's, I'm not going to say it's okay to get counseling, is because I can't recommend it, and, somebody that's professional can. But if you decide to get counseling, get it somebody from somebody that looks like you know, because I think they will be more understanding. And or else, if you don't do that, pray to God if you believe in God. But I think this is a good read, and some people out there, know what's up when it comes down to this. Thank you for watching my video, and please hit the sub and like button. But I'm gonna push myself to read this again, because I sure cried hard when I tried to watch the movie Precious. I don't know if I said this because I'm sitting up here and my mind is wandering, but I had to push myself to watch that movie. I didn't want to see it, just like I didn't want to see Color Purple. It took me a long time to see it. And my mom said the reason why at that time when the Color Purple came out, the men didn't like that, because she said it was true. Thank you for watching my video, and please hit the sub and like button.